The consumer behavior model that are the instrumental for the understanding how, when and why your customers buy your product. By applying the model to the customer acquisition effort, you can accurately predict who will buy your product and target the right customer at the right time. The consumer behavior model is a theoretical framework for explaining why and how the customers make those decisions of purchasing any product. The goal of consumer behavior model is to outline a predictable map of consumers' decisions, and that up until the conversation, the discussion, thus helping every stage of the product purchasing possibility. And the consumer behavior model that may sound complicated, but they are the way to create the buyer's behavior story, and that you can use to define and improve the customer's experiences. The buyer's behavior as a whole refers to the individual's buying habit that is based on influences from the background, education, personal belief, goals, needs, desires, and many more other features. The businesses that aim to understand the buyer's behavior through the customer behavior analysis, which involves the qualitative and quantitative analysis of the target market. The data can tell you that the customer favorite brand of socks. It does not mean much if it does not tell you why this product, why you purchase that brand of socks. The feelings and the attraction of any particular brand that the brand itself created, and the product choices, the company's services, all those important factors and the parameter that will influence the customer choices and their preferences to buy a particular product, a particular brand product. That's the importance of the customer acquisition and enhance those sales. Ultimately, this enhancement in the sales will boost their revenue, their profit, and thus it's always important to create those brand value, and that makes company more valuable. That itself the company has those brand value. The most valuable company list we have found that Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all these company, Facebook, that have some brand value because they are set up those, establish those recall value of their own product. The customer have those recall value, and that's the important factor that company has created to gain those customers, to provide those customer acquisitions effort, and that itself is gradually enhance those customer behavior. Based on those customer behavior, they have enhanced their brand value gradually, increase the brand value, then this revenue, the profit due to this brand value and the customer acquisition, and ultimately the bigger sales on those particular products will also enhance their revenue. Again, those profit and the increased revenue, again, repeatedly itself is implemented in the company's brand value, and again it will be gradually improving. So that's how this cycle is generated, and day by day the brand value is increasing for a company, and that's the ultimate policy and the strategy the company will adopt, and most of the time they will ever adopt that particular policy to enhance their increasing their brand values, and that ultimately based on those customer acquisition, increase revenue, sales, profit, and ultimately the section of those profit, the part of this revenue itself going to this particular section of brand value creation. The aim that is very much important for the understanding of the buyer's behavior. The consumer's behavior models that comes in the consumer behavior model, those contextualize those results from the customer behavior analysis and those studies that help you to get why those purchasing decisions are taken. The customer behavior models help you to understand that unique customer base and more effectively the attract, engage and retain those facilities. And those models are either traditional or temporary or short-term basis. The traditional consumer models will be of some important type, that is a learning model, sociological models, economical models. All these important models will depict the customer behaviors. The buyers are driven to satisfy the basic needs that require for the survival, and the food and the need that learn from, gain those experiences, and those are the important learning model of the consumer behavior, and that respond to desire to satisfy the basic needs. And it's also the model that takes influence from the psychology Abraham Maslow's hierarchy. This Maslow's hierarchy of needs that itself is a very self-explanatory. You can explain itself using those structure, that is the pyramidal structure, the self-actualization, that's one's full potential, including the creative activity, that is the needs, self-fulfillment, the esteem needs, that is the prestige and feeling of those accomplishment, and the belongingness, that is, and the love needs that intimate those relationships, friendship, that the psychological needs, and the safety needs, security, physiological needs for the food, water, rest, everything, that is the basic needs. This is the hierarchy that's ultimately gradually depict those learning needs and the secondary desire that allow the consumer to feel as they are reached the individual consumer that have a deep-rooted motives and both the conscious and unconscious mind that drive them to make a purchase. That is a model of consumer behavior that is of psychoanalytical model, that is also a part of a consumer behavior. That is the model that is drawn from the theory that is called Sigmund Freud theory, and this says that the individual consumers that have a deep-rooted motive that drive them to make a purchase, and these motives can be hidden fears, suppressed desire, or any personal longings, some special attention to particular brand, a particular product, or some items that are very much desirable for someone or some particular age group, some particular gender group, or some particular geographical location based choices. They are very much suited, they are very much attractive, they are very much passionate, or very much is that we can say the model is very much unique in terms of the applications and that relevant to the businesses that sells an image or accomplish their product or services. And as long as you fit and feel like you are valued and seen as a capable, smart people, the glasses are sometimes a symbol of intelligence, and if you want to appeal to this desire when crafting a customer experience. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Keep watching. See you in the next video.